Leaping to conclusions, you're listening to Crabgrass in Azalea Town. Yours truly, Taya Crabgrass, in the Granola Park studio. It is 8 minutes past the hour. This is your weekly dose of hard-hitting investigative journalism in and around Granola Park. Here are tonight's top stories. This Saturday, citizens in Granola Park gathered all along Main Street to celebrate the Leap Day Parade and Festival. Besides floats and music by the celebrated Granola Park High School Fighting Azaleas Marching Band, local radio personalities Doofus and the Toad... Sorry, is it just Toad, Doofus, and Toad? My producers are telling me that it works either way. Ahem. Local radio personalities, Doofus and Toad/the Toad, were on hand to MC at the parade, but were unfortunately, the amount of self-promotion, non-sequiturs, and casual vulgarity throughout the recording was so high that none of it is usable for rebroadcast. I have been told that listeners interested in hearing the whole thing will have to get special permission from the FCC. Doofus and Toad/the Toad are currently out on bail. We do have a transcript of the few actually clean bits. Portraying the Toad will be fellow radio host Reginald Kingsport.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And I will be reading for Doofus. Ahem. Hey jerks, Doofus here. Me and my bro Toad would like to wish everyone a happy leap year.
Heck yes, Doofus. Editor's note, he did not say heck.
Toad, mi amigo, you know we go way back.
Darn right, Doofus. Remember that one time we redacted at redacted?
That was worse than when redacted all over the redacted and made such a huge mess we had to redacted.
Probably the most fun I've ever had at a Snapplebee's.
Well, it was my first wedding. Anyway, happy Leap Year's Day Parade, Granola Park.
Oh, snap! Look at that float! Editor's note, the word snap was not used.
From there, Doofus and Toad/the Toad proceeded to make a mockery of jazz, questioned the validity of public transit, and parodied the Granola Park City Council. Thanks again to Reginald Kingsport for voicing Toad/the Toad.
Yes, thank you for having me. And listeners, remember to tune in every other Sunday for instrumentals. And happy Leap Day!
After Doofus and Toad/the Toad were escorted off the parade grounds, the producers and I interviewed locals to hear their thoughts on Leap Day. Granola Park Radio's own Sam and Jess were present and shared their thoughts.
I love Leap Day! It's just a day you can just leap into anything with no regrets. Right, Sam?
Jess, I'm only here because after the last couple times where you and my mom, streaked in front of everyone.
Good times! Shout out to Sam's mom,
You
Sam.
were banned from all parade events within the greater Granola Park/Red Belt area unless a court-appointed guardian...
That's you!
Yes, that's me, was present to monitor and dissuade you from any attempts at public exposure.
And you're doing such a good job, Sam.
Is that why Jess is handcuffed to you, Sam?
Well, you see... Funny story.
Jess, I'm not laughing.
You know how I said earlier that Leap Day is a day that you can just, try new things? Well, I decided I wanted to pick up stage illusions. Back in undergrad, I interned as an illusionist assistant. My stage name was Zelda Fish Handler. Because, my mind's slippery, like a fish.
Jess, that's not why.
Anyway, before the parade, I wanted to show Sam this really cool trick with handcuffs I was planning. Totally thought I had it down pat, like it was supposed to be this Houdini escape act, like, oh dear me, how will she ever escape those shackles that are totally symbolic of gender norms? Guess she's got to give up her dreams, find a man, have kids, domesticity, yada yada, and then, shasha! Guess again, patriarchy! Zelda Fish Handler is out! Thanks for the applause and birthday cake, kids!
Jess!
Sorry, where was I?
I take it the key was lost.
Oh, we know exactly where it is, and that's the problem.
Oh, listen, Sam, just give it a few more hours, and I'm sure the laxatives will kick in.
Why did you swallow the key?
It's part of the act. I'm bound to the shackles of the patriarchy, forced to swallow their lies and propaganda as the only way out.
So the key symbolizes the lies and propaganda.
Bingo! See, Sam, I told you people would get this analogy. It's foolproof.
Yeah, well, you know what isn't foolproof? Your plan for escaping these handcuffs.
Now, Sam, that is just downright mean. I practiced for hours.
By watching videos on YouTube.
What do you have against distance learning, Sam? What did it ever do to you? You know, a little learning can go a long
I have no problem with you doing magic tricks. It's
Illusions, Sam. Magic is what's found in the bark of a cute puppy, or the eyes of a child discovering ice cream for the first time, or the smell of freshly cut herbs. Freshly cut herbs.
fine, illusions, whatever. Why did you have to handcuff me?
Well, Sam, I'm supposed to choose someone from the audience, and well, it wasn't exactly a packed house. I think the laxatives are finally kicking in. To the porta potty.
Wait, Jess, no. Both of us can't fit in there. Jess, no. I'm still handcuffed to you. Remember? Stop. Jess!
Thanks again, Jess and Sam. While many enjoyed the festivities, a few vocal voices found the whole event problematic. Waving flags and shouting protest slogans from their makeshift headquarters, a tent in front of Roscoe's Yoga Emporium, we managed to interview a member of the GPC, Granola Park citizens, for a greater permanent calendar.
Hi, this is Joe. Personally, and this is just me, I don't care for all this leap year nonsense. We should be following a permanent calendar for everything.
Permanent calendar?
Yeah, don't you just hate how you have to look at a calendar to see what day of the week a particular day will be? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's not. But there's just so much unnecessary uncertainty. But we here at the GPC, know it's all a lie perpetrated and perpetuated by the multi-gajillion-dollar calendar industry. Picture this. What if instead we always knew what day January 1st was? Your birthday, same day of the week, every year. Every federal holiday, bam, moved to Mondays.
You created this calendar.
Well, I can't take that credit, but I did found the GPC. It's called the Hank Henry Permanent Calendar. You should check it out. Made by some real geniuses over at Bronze Hoskins, or whatever that university's called. I think people fed up by the Gregorian calendar are gonna really like it.
And what do you have to say to folks who say they're fine with the calendar as it is? That it doesn't need change?
I would say to these poor souls, you are living a lie, friend. With a permanent calendar, all the time wasted on planning school events and sporting events and business schedules would be a thing of the past.
It was then that Granola Park Radio's permanent intern, Rowan, walked by wearing an I'm Leaping for Leap Year t-shirt.
Hi, Taya. Have you seen Sam or Jess around? I was told to keep this spare key in a safe place until the time was right.
Wait, were you there when Jess performed her magic trick?
Jess? Oh, sorry. Zelda Fish Handler said that it's not a magic trick, it's an illusion. She said magic is...
Yes, we know. Puppies, babies, and freshly cut herbs.
Aw, you spoiled it. Anyway, do you know where either of them went?
Porta potties.
Hey there, young man. Care to explain the t-shirt?
What? Oh, I love Leap Day. It also happens to be my birthday. I'm now officially 8.
What if I told you that there was a way you didn't have to wait every year to celebrate your birthday? What if I told you that... Sorry, I cough every 4 years. That you could tell people you're 32 instead of 8.
What? I like that idea.
All you have to do is sign this petition. The more names we get, the better our case.
Done and done.
Thanks, young man. Happy 32nd birthday.
Hooray!
After this celebration, many colorful floats were featured at the Leap Day Parade, including a massive float featuring beloved rooster Roscoe and the return of the feared Cloctopus. Event organizers planned for voting to take place regarding the most popular float, but unfortunately, the app commissioned to tabulate and report results crashed almost as soon as it was deployed. One of the front runners for most popular float was built by a team of mechanics over at Squeaky Wheel Garage. Roxie, head of the team, was on hand to talk about it.
Hi, I'm Roxie, manager and head mechanic over at Squeaky Wheel.
Roxie, thank you for taking time to talk with us. Can you tell me a little bit about the business?
Squeaky Wheel has been in the family since it was founded by my grandfather in the 80s. He and my mama taught me everything to know about every conceivable mode of transportation. Planes, trains, automobiles, not to mention the odd horse or llama-drawn carriage. Rickshaws, too. At Squeaky Wheel, we say, where there's a wheel, there's a way. These days, we specialize in tricycle, bicycle, and unicycle repair.
Unicycle?
It's been the preferred mode of transportation ever since the Cold War.
So, tell us about the float your team made, the Spirit of Granola Park.
So last month, I was on the old porcelain throne, thinking of ideas for the parade. The historic old Granola Park tricycle, the giant mandolin from the Music Emporium, and then whammo, it came to me. Roscoe versus Cloctopus, the event of the century.
And what a stunning float it is. A massive 10-foot rooster fighting against an equally large part clock, part octopus monstrosity.
I like to think that we do all of it for the youngins. They love that when I press this button. The Roscoe lets out a big old cock-a-doodle-doo, and the Cloctopus tells you the time.
Any thoughts on the problems with the voting for the most popular float?
You know, I've said this all the time at my D&D nights, and I'll say it again. Why go digital when pen and paper are just so tried and true? Anyway, everyone's just been so nice and supportive about the float.
And in the event your team doesn't win.
Well, we did prepare for that possibility. You see, if I press this button, the giant Roscoe and Cloctopus can detach from this float to become semi-autonomous Godzilla-style battle robots. We'll rampage around town until we win.
Well, that is truly terrifying.
Isn't it just?
Thanks again for talking with us, Roxie. And hopefully you win when the votes get in.
Thank you for having me. Vote early, vote often, Granola Park.
And that's our time. It is now 20 minutes past the hour. Up next, Talkin' Cheese with Gloria Steinway.